Hello again folks, welcome to another episode of Kimbo's Hits. Last episode I showed you how to change your controller, your Turnigy 9X from mode 1, which is the throttle control on your right, to mode 2 to have your throttle on the left. I did make some software error changes on there. I forgot to keep in mind that I need to bind this controller with the Mirumod, and to do that we need to change a few other settings in the settings itself. So we need to change this here from the helicopter. We need to change it to acro. So to do that we need to change it in the menu. Hold down the menu button, takes you into the menu. We need to change the system settings. We need to go down to select type using your up and down arrows. Select type, go down to acro, menu to select that again. That is now selected. We need to check that the stick's set. I'll show you, I'll go back out of there. That's now set at acro, as you can see by the plane there. That's acro now. We need to go back out. It's set in mode 2 at the moment, but we need to check and make sure that the stick controls are actually in mode 2. So we go back into the menu, system settings, we go down to stick set using your up and down arrows, menu again into that part of the menu. You can see here it's in mode 1, so we need to select mode 2, go down to mode 2 and confirm it with the menu button. Asks you whether you want to confirm throttle reverse. We do, so we hit the menu button again to confirm it, and that is now set as mode 2, as you can see there. To confirm that setting, again as I showed in the last video, if you want to make sure it's there, we need to go over into function settings, the menu button to get into there. You go down to, you see it get to display. Hit the menu button to access that there, and that'll show you there that we have changed the throttle to mode 2. Okay, so we get back out of there. Now we need to change some other settings in the actual function settings again. I was doing some research, and on the actual Mirumod.net site, it shows you some other settings that you can change, or I believe need to change to be able to work with the Mirumod. So down here in auxiliary channel, we need to access that mod. Go into there. Channel 5 needs to be changed over to gear. Channel 6, we go down to channel 6, that needs to be changed to throttle hold. Press your menu button again to confirm all that, to lock all that in. Then we need to go up to program mix, as you can see up there. Enter that part of the menu. Mix 1, we need to set that as act with the left and right buttons. Set that as act. Master needs to be set as GYR, gyro, so we set that with this as well. Oh, there it is there. Slave needs to be set at FLP. Offset needs to be set at 100. So using your plus and minus button, you set that to 100, hold it down until it gets to 100. Up rate needs to be set at plus 100 as well. Down rate needs to be set at minus 100, so we set that at that. And the switch needs to be left at ID1, as it says on the menu. You hit the menu button to save that and lock that in. You go down to mix 2 using the up and down keys. Menu to enter that again. Again, it needs to be changed to act. Master again needs to be changed to GYR. Slave needs to be changed to FLP. Offset on this one, on mix 2 up there, needs to say it all zeros. So we leave the offset at all zeros, we go down to uprate. Uprate is plus 100. Downrate is minus 100. And we need to change the ID, the switch ID to normal. And again, select your menu button to save that into the settings. Mix 3 needs to be set as exactly the same as mix 2. So we go into there, again we change that to ACT, GYR, FLP, offset stays at 0, uprate at plus 100, downrate at minus 100, and the ID needs to be set at normal. Hit the menu button to save that, and we back out of there, and I believe there are settings that it needs to change to be able to work with the Mirumod as instructed on the website here. I will leave instructions at the bottom of this video in the description on where to find the links to the sites that I've been using for the information. I'm just trying to make it easier by putting it all in one video instead of having to find you know, or in one place instead of having to look all over the net like I had to, and different different providers of information and all that sort of stuff. So I'll try and keep it in the one area. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll in the next part in this video here, I'll show you how to bind your Mirumod with your controller. Righto folks, here's the next episode of this video, where we install the Mirumod printed circuit board into the AR drone 2.2, I do believe is the model. This model here, it's actually the power version, the power edition. But the circuit board itself on the drone here, I believe, is 2.2. If you see this little pin configuration up here, when you install your Mirumod, this is what you need to confirm the pin configuration. I do believe this one here is called the 2.2. As you can see, it's a 5-pin configuration, and it needs to match the same on your Mirumod, as that's what you will be. That's how you install it onto the drone board. As you can see, there's my 5-pin configuration on the Mirumod. I'll see if I can focus in a bit better on that. Five-pin configuration, the long pin there, as you can see, poking above all the rest. That is the one in the middle on its own. On the other board, focus back in on that, and that's how that needs to be plugged in onto the board. With this Mirumod, you get the Mirumod circuit board and the Arduino board molded together, and it's got some heat shrink going over it to protect the circuitry. You get some double-sided tape in this model. It in the instructions it tells you they provide you with Velcro, but there's no Velcro in this one, and I believe Velcro would be a good idea to really help this board stay mounted on the motherboard, because all you've got is these 5 little pins here and a little bit of double-sided tape, which doesn't make contact all the way on here, so it's not very strong, I don't believe. So you get that, you get a jumper. This is the jumper. As you can see, it's a continuous loop, and this needs to go on here, on this here to bind it with your controller. So that's the first thing we'll do. That's the first thing it says on the instructions, is to plug that in. We'll plug that into there. We'll plug the Mirumod board into the drone, like so, and tuck the aerial in underneath here for now. I am going to eventually make an external aerial for this, of course, to increase the range of the drone itself. And you also get a clear bottom panel that goes with it. You're telling me right now it's not clear, but it's only a bit of white coating on it, as you can see, plastic coating, and adhesive on the other side. So we'll put that off to the side for now. Next thing we do is we need to plug in the power to here. And the first thing you will notice, once the power is plugged in, is there will be a red LED on the Mirumod board that will start flashing. See that one there? You'll see the blades kick in a second. Alright, that says that the Mirumod board is ready for binding. So we'll leave that there for now. We'll get our Turnigy 9X controller. As you can see here, on the back here is your binding configuration in the transmitter. This little plug here, this little button here in your transmitter itself that plugs into the back. You need to hold that down and turn the controller on. Hold this down first, then turn your controller on. Keep that button pushed in until this red LED on here stops flashing. So we'll do that now. Button's pushed in, turn the controller on, it's beeped. Okay, that little red light has stopped flashing. That means it is now bound with the Turnigy 9X. I can now turn this off, put that up to the side. I can now unplug the power to the drone. Like so. In the instructions it says to remove the mirror board. I obviously stick with the instructions, there must be a reason for it. Remove your binding plug, take that off, and you can plug that back into your board now. Don't forget the adhesives here. Don't forget to take the tape off it so you can stick it to this board here. Make sure those pins are lined up, it's all nice and straight, and it's sitting in there properly. Now that that's completed, we'll tuck this aerial back in under here again. Okay, right, now that that's completed, we need to turn it over because it doesn't work when it's on its roof. And we plug the power back in. I'll turn it around this way so we can see what's going on. Now once I plug the power in, I need to keep an eye on the LEDs on the legs here. They will turn green. You can see that they're currently red. As soon as they turn green, I can turn on my controller and everything will be linked up then. Green, turn on my controller, power's on, you see the constant red light come on down here. That means my controller is now wired up to the drone. The next thing you got here, this button up here, this is what we set up earlier in the process. This here is your launch button. Where you've got launch on your iPad or iPhone, this is now your launch switch. To start launching, you set your controller, you set your throttle to about half, and you flick your launch switch, and it'll start wanting to fly away. I'll just turn that back off again. Everything's still as it should be. It's all turned on. And that's the beginning of that. I haven't done a test flight on it yet, so that'll be the next video. I'll get some assistance from my wife or my daughter with that, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching.